Alrighty, folks. I think we are good to go. Or G to G. C1 is good. And what about the second one? Second one looks good as well. So, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Ace Farmer Kevo here. And today, we're going to do something a little different. I'm still be playing RuneScape. Don't worry about that for the RuneScape enjoyers out there that like hear me talk about RuneScape and stuff like that. But I'll be doing a good part today on talking about ORNA, helping answer people's questions, doing some XP share, trying out, or I've been working on this endless build for Summoner because there's an XP event and I want to work towards getting the Overdouble badge. I am going to get as much XP as I can, and I know that Summoner is one of the best classes in the game to get the most XP possible. Especially with the new Yale Magus gear that's out right now as the stream is being made on January 18th, 2026. It's not going to be around forever, so if you are interested in understanding why it's important, I'm going to go over a little bit of how I got here and what I'll be doing. So let me just get this all settled up. That looks good. So I will be running Endless as Grand Summoner Aregia with Oracle. Some of the gear that I used is the Yale Magus gear. And the reason why I used the Yale Magus gear, which I'm going to get to soon, and all this gear has the same thing, is it has the Disperse status effects plus 15%. So the helmet, the chest, and the boots all have, or the leg wraps, have that, and so does the weapon too. So I upgraded a weapon as well, and I raised up the Anguish, so I invested a good amount of resources into it. I used a couple of Aru anvils as well in order to help me out with this. So here's the quarterstaff right here. There it is. And when you combine that with the Ophian stance, which is available from the Ophian raid, that is a Moondrop raid, it gives you 100% buff transfer, which made it so much faster and so much more convenient for that. Now I just have random adornments in here for more ward and stuff like that. I'm not going to be using the Ophian. What I will be using for my gear today will be the Dullahan cloak that came from the Dullahan events. And that's going to give me temporary magic 2 and triple dex up, temporary dex 3. Then I can use the Rada Pact in order to take and give to my summons to make them stronger, because I do not have the Mammons. I think the Mammons, or I know for certain that the Mammons are better than the dragons, but I didn't take and get the Mammon summon. If I did, I would have been using it would have been a little bit different. I'm using the Fallen Sky legs to maintain my ward turns, so I don't run out of ward turns, even though if I do get hit, most of the times I'm going to die anyway. The Mightiest Mimic helmet for XP share. Both of the questing staffs with the Jewels of Growth for extra XP. One legendary Yale Magus Monster Tomb and one Ornate Arisen Monster Tomb. The Yale Magus, I believe, has like 3 or 4% more XP than the Ornate one. So I got a little different one than just a red dragon. We have a little green dragon or a yellowish dragon. So in about 30 minutes or so, I'm going to be getting some temple buffs once I get the floors set up and just see how I go. We're going to do some testing on the other floors, but I'm going to get and activate the majority of my regular buffs first. Luckily, I do have a friend in my party that is not 250, so he will be getting some XP share, but I do have some more space if some people would like some XP share during this time. If you're also enjoying, don't forget to hit that like on the stream if you're on YouTube, or subscribe or follow, which if you're on Twitter or YouTube as well. You can always hit me out on my hang out with me on my Discord server when I stream as well. Link should be in the description, or you can type an ! Discord on the stream in order to take and get that. But without further ado, I am going to use my buffs. So Vulcan's Brew, Lucky Coin, Lucky Silver Coin, XP potion, dowsing rod. These are just the basic ones I'm going to be using. I'm not going to be using the other ones. But on top of that, we'll be using my astral tree buffs. So I'll be getting a XP boost right here. And I'll be getting a luck boost right here. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to get the orange boost as well. And I'm also going to buy these Proofs of Monuments as well, because why not? 15 and 38. Thank you very much. And I guess we'll get the gold bonus too, because you know what? We can always use more gold. We really don't need it, but we're going to take it anyway. So there we go. It's going to take and register eventually. I'm just going to close the game and reopen it so we can see it. But today, mainly I'll be doing some crabbing. I just recently got some stat upgrades, so now I'm at 2050, so we're making progress. We're not going for max, we're going for maximum fun right now, and the max cape will come in due time. So some of the upgrades that I got was 90 sailing, so I can get my Rose Hood Haul, and I got upgraded the Wind Catcher to the third one as well, so that took out a good chunk of my money. I think I have like 15 million gold left. We're really close to getting to a 96 farmer. I was considering just going to go buy some magic trees and planting them and just getting there today, but I'm not really in a hurry to get there. We're going to get there, or we'll definitely be there for the next stream Friday. So once again, if you do want Tuesdays and Wednesday streams to come back, please voice your opinions on my Discord or in the comment sections on YouTube if you want to bring that back. But for now, it's mainly just going to be weekends where I'll be streaming. So most definitely I'll be making some progress. I can't tell you for certain because I'm not trying to micromanage myself that much and how many more levels I'm going to gain over time. But as you can see here now, we got all the boosts. There we go. So we're going to get some more boosts later. Like I will be using another boost is the Hollow Candle. And then I'll be using the Super XP Potion as well as the Shrine of Wisdom and the Temples. Those will be all the other buffs that are more rare. But we're going to start on the lowest floor first and see how much that we get just with these right now. So I do need to heal up still, and I need to wait for the Berserks to fade away. A lot of the other buffs already did. I've only got really the basics, which is triple Berserks, Magic 1, Magic 2, Dragon Alignments or Fire Alignments, Agata Sinatra, and the Istira stance for the extra stuff there. And I have 2 acorns in my gear in order to give me a little bit of mana back per turn. So I'm just going to just build a little bit of war turns right now. While I'm waiting for the buffs to show up, and we're just going to keep on going. Eventually I'll get the only chugging mana potions or health potions. We're just going to be nice. We're going to just chug a bunch of these great health potions real quick. Wow, we're just chilling. Just going on. Move along, as they should say. And I'm already getting really good XP for them. Like, XP that I would have gotten a lot fullers later on. So I know the scaling is definitely going to help out a lot here. All right, let's go to the next crab. So some of the things that happened besides the 90 sailing was getting to 96 strength. I got there today. I also got to 77 thieving. So, we've been making some slow progress. Let me use my dragon battle axe, roar, and get back into the action. So yeah. What else have I been working on? I did make a little bit of progress towards agility, as I did yesterday, and I'm still working towards some more for construction, even though technically I'm high enough now to where I can just usually get the stuff and do the thing already for the other classes. I might need some help for seeing about the summoner. I forgot the summoner pack gear. I know there's a guide that one of my friends posted on there, so I might go look at that. But if any of my friends are listening, don't want to take and help out by linking it to me or just tell me all the pack gear, then that'd be great. Or if any summoner mains are out there, which I know I'm not a summoner main, I'm just a guy that likes his XP. Very simple guy. Like I already got 1 billion on 463. Yeah, that's kind of crazy for that Beowulf. I do have the permanent status fade chance, so I'm waiting for some of the berserks to fade away. It's going to make my life a lot easier when they do fade away. I'm using 11 with the shackles on because I don't believe that the shackles affect the XP. Affect your summon stats, especially if I've already summoned them and bought them out with the other gear before I wasn't shackled. And I used the summoner celestial staff, the tier 9 one actually, because I'm leaving the tier 1 for blood pack for packed staff. Because I know I'm going to be using the actually I think it is the Rift Summoner helmet. I think that's what I'm missing. Because I know I'm using the Necromancer staff for the offhand. And then I'm going to use the other one for the pact. So whenever I do use a pact to heal them up or deal damage, it's going to do a whole bunch. Because I left that for the tier 10 weapon when it has more magic. So eventually I will need to heal my dragons, but we're not there yet. So, Let's see, I'm just going to spam out Will. Because that's also something you can do as well if you want to try and boost your dragon's damage by spamming that out Will by lowering their magic. So my dragons are doing 600k right now, which is really nice. Or mainly one dragon's been doing all the work. The other ones haven't even had a chance, so I can do a couple million per turn as of now. Oh, it looks like the berserks killed me, so that was unfortunate for that one. Because I forgot that I still had the berserks running, so I should really just have waited for them to fade and then started spamming Hunter. But, you know, you live and you learn. So that's why I prepared 4 of them and not just one of them. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just going to spam Greater Health Potion. I think is what I'm going to do. Because this one already has ward turns. You Fallen Sky Legs, coming in clutch, never allow me to miss ward turns, even though it's only 12,000 ward that I have because of the shackles. But good, one of the berserks did fade away, so now I'd be taking less with that one, but I'm still not going to let my guard down. Just going to maintain full HP all the time. In case I were to get hit, it's better to be getting max HP than to be at half HP. Because I know for certain that all my ward's going to be used, or majority of it. Especially with 11. So, you know, we're just kind of risking it, you know, right here. This is the ultimate, like, RNG gamble here. Because with, like, Realm Shifter, you have more ward than usually 12,000. I mean, if you're using double questing weapons like I am, then you probably have a lower amount as well. But yeah. Really excited to see some Berserk bosses later on, how much XP I'm going to get from those and how much XP total. So let me actually go back and check. And we can take off a little bit from what I gained for the last couple of floors. It's not a lot. So may take off like a couple million maybe. Or a couple billion. But I'm starting at 88.35. So 88.3, almost 88. Getting working towards 88.4 trillion XP. So the goal is to get more than a trillion XP for whenever I do get ready to take and use the buffs. So yeah. Oh, that's so nice. I have the one ward turn. I might use Ward of Ward Night once the buffs fade away from these. Some of these I did get the elemental defense buffs and use them on myself and on the summons, but I really wasn't that gung-ho about getting all the buffs. Hey, what's up there, McPickle? Yep. Welcome, buddy. I think that's who I'm thinking it is on over on Twitch. But yeah, this is like the summoner endless here. This is like this is why it's important for you to do the Almagas towers right now if you're a summoner to get the gear. Doesn't even matter if you get a good quality, just to have the gear to use the passive on it. Well, yes, it's important to have good quality gear. I'm not saying it's not important to have a bad quality gear for it, but yeah, nice. So this is not at 0. Right now I'm shackled, so I have to have at least, into the 20s or so for, I think, total for 11 shackled right now. But my guy overall has 34, I think, or 34 or 35 ascension levels in here, so not it's a fair amount, but I'd say it's pretty average or for to have that amount. Yeah. So there you go. Well, then I'm glad that I chose 11, just because 11 rhymes with my name. So I thought that was a good reason to put it there. It was on Summoner. It was on Summoner before they changed Stasis. When I full hard I changed over to Summoner. This is me just splitting up my Ascension levels in other classes and just trying them out and having fun and doing whatever I want. I'm not going to be doing any of those hard of changing anymore. Realm Shifter is my class for life. But, all the other extra materials I get will work towards whatever else I feel like it now, because I'm not focusing on Ascension levels. It's got 200. I'm pretty happy with that. I was thinking about going higher, but I just rather just build up the other ones so I can just do other English content with different classes sometimes if it's better. Like right now, Heretic's really good, so I might be trying to do some Heretic stuff in the future. Oh, good. All right, well, we did this one. I'm going to leave this one right now at 100 because it lost all the Berserks. I want to get the other ones where they kind of lost all the Berserks as well. So let me go to this one. Right here, this one's got 1 left, so that's good. Because now how Stasis has changed, it's really hard to do. It's real hard to guarantee that. Let me run a pack this. Get them the decks. Because I'm sure they would love to have some decks for more accuracy. But it was not. It's I don't know if it'll be easier now to get it or not. For Summoner Endless. I mean, now with how new English gear works, it's really nice if you can pull it off. You have good RNG and they attack your summons and they don't attack you. Then you can get up to 2,000. Hopefully, the new mammoths are like the new version of dragons. Dragons are the evolution was Gazer, Dragon, Mammoth. That's like the release of the different types of top tier summons for people to use. Because in the beginning, the Gazer was the best one because it was immune to physical, which was a really nice. But now they gave it to where it's weak to ice or water attacks. So you better watch out for that. So it's not as invincible as it was before. Now the dragons, I like the dragons because they do omnimancy spells, so they can't be immune to this. They'll take reduced damage, but they'll still take damage with every attack, as you'll see here with some of them. Technically Beowulf is immune to dragon, but this attack is both fire and dragon, so it's like hitting it for on the fire side, and that's why I use the alignments here. Help out. I wonder how much I would get with the life pact right here. Wow. one life pack is pretty much almost one turn of Berserks. That's definitely not worth it. Definitely not worth it. That's why if I'm going to be healing my guy, I'm going to be going to Grand Summoner Hydrus and doing that. I'm trying to think. So this one is set. It's at 0 Berserk, so that's good. Because back then when I did it, there was no way to take and clear the Berserks. There was no way to clear the... You just had the Berserks on forever. So now that you have the permanent status fade chance, which is a negative, like a malus for the choosing the different English levels now, because they made it more intentional about what you choose when you decide to take and raise up your English level in English 2.0 compared to 1.0, where you just click the button and it went up. There wasn't like, oh, would you like more of this with these negatives, or more of that, or less of this with different negatives and stuff, compared to like proof rates and like resources and stuff. So the proof rate increase would be one option, and a different one would be a little bit lower than that. So I'm trying to think what would be the lowest health I want to get my dragon down to, because I don't want him to die, and then you have to revive him, because I can technically quick cast revive him. No, actually, I don't think I can revive him, because he has to take and be revived on that floor. I don't think he can be revived after that. In order for it to work, because some things are weird with the revive. But I'm not a revive summon expert, so I don't really know if you can just quick cast revive to him back the next turn after he died to Berserks at the end of the turn. Or if he died that turn before I attacked, which wouldn't happen because there's no foresight challenges here. Come on. You can get these Berserks off me, please. I would like them off. My highest enemy with Realm Shifter is almost 1,000. It was 999 or 999. So right there. So the other class besides Summoner that I made it high up in the Endless was Deity, which is no big surprise. Deity, I got up to, I think, like 16 or 1600, or like, yeah, I think it was like 1600s for that, which was like, pretty good. At that time, I think I had like 150 to 160 ascension levels on that one. Yes, Stormshaw, I'm going for the XP, man. This is the XP event, so I'm trying to get the most XP I can get. So I'm going full Monster Tombs, man. Full Jewels of Growth in my questing staffs. I'm not playing no games over here. Once I get these up a little higher, I'm gonna use a super XP potion, XP shrine and other stuff. We're gonna see the numbers start flying, man, for the hour. We're going to see how much XP I have, and then what we're going to get after. And luckily, I got a friend in the party. I think he's in the stream right now, so he's very happy because he's a summoner as well, and he's not 250 yet. So if everything goes right, he should be 250 today. That's a nice 7. So a Berserk Gilgamesh at floor 119 gave me 7.5. So then you go a couple 100 floors later on, that adds up to a lot. To where I can potentially begin like over the highest what I thought it would be, which is in like the... I was doing, I think it was as Summoner or as a Deity when I was doing Endless, because these two. Back in the Old English, you can change it between different floors and stuff. It was like over 100 billion. Like it was like 120 or 140 billion was my highest one. Like, I have records on stream that show, that I got it. Which is, stupid high amount. But that was what banned the gods. That was not what the Monster Tombs. So Monster Tombs have more XP that they get than Band of Gods. That's why the ord numbers is a lot lower than what it would usually be. Now, it'll still scale over time. Things will still give a good amount of orns, even if I don't have, like, the Band of Gods orn bonus or the Core Justice outfit bonus. We're down to one Berserk left. All right. We're working on it, though. We're just becoming stronger, physically stronger in RuneScape, or digitally stronger in RuneScape by training our strength right now. We're at 96. So I was like, you know what? I'm definitely not going to be passing up on the RuneScape gains while I'm doing the Endless. I had to do something that's very AFK and chill. And the only other thing that's more AFK than the crab is doing salvaging. Which I'm not against, but technically I do have to take a break because I can't salvage forever. I can technically crab forever and just take a break around the same time, but this break is a lot faster than the other one, depending on where you stop at. Because if I stop here, then it's a little bit of a longer break because then I have to take and run all the way over there. But if I stop here or here, it's a lot closer to walk to this town to get to the bank, to deposit the gems. Some people, they'll just drop the gems on the ground, but I'm not about that, dropping the lower quality gems that don't fit inside the gem bag. Like, I can check this and it shows that I got 9 sapphires, 9 emeralds, 9 rubies, and 2 diamonds. 0 dragonstones, but I can potentially get a dragonstone. I have gotten a couple from the crab in my many adventures at the crab. Oh, hard endless, that would be even better, but I don't think I can not do I can't heal enough per turn to take and use berserks and have it fade away with summoner. I think would, or like I'd have to go Grand Summoner Hydrus pretty much, and I would have to be like using like combat spells until the berserks faded away in order to make it work without potions for summoner, because it's so different. Because like you could be an aggro summoner and attacking, of course. So a lot of people have done this as well, where they'll go Hydrus. They would have sacrificed a whole bunch of summons. 1 second. All right, there we go. But it's like maintaining your health. Like you could definitely use a piece of gear to help you out with that, but you would have to be like using like the amount of extra steps you have to do is just crazy, because you just basically have to have like a ward regeneration weapon and using diffuse ward every couple of turns and just spamming wisp heal too to recover health and have like some stupid high mana regeneration through adornments, which can be done, especially if you're going for death and you're not going for like or like you're still in the prep phase, so like you're not getting good XP in the beginning. Take those extra precautions. Let's see, this berserk does not want to fade. It's the classic berserk number 1. Oh, are they gonna try and log me out of the RuneScape? How could they? Well, I guess I'll just take and log off after my bag fills up, because that's gonna be before 30 minutes. I can tell you that. Full of stuff. I got 2 NPC gifts: a spinach roll and a strength potion. I do use the strength potions when I do like quick traveling. Like I don't just go use the super strength potions because I have them, but I'm like, hey, this will still do the job. It's not as much as a super strength potion, but hey, it's give me increased power or defense or magic. Well, the magic one's kind of general for all of them, but theirs aren't as commonly dropped as the attack and the strength and the defense potions. All right, there we go. We did it. We are free. We're free of the berserks. So now I'm actually going to go and I think swap to the other class and heal up my dragons now. or heal up the dragon. So we're going to go for this one. I think I still need to choose a different one that works good for Hydrus. I'm thinking about going with one of the dragon ones. Let me go through the appearances, because he has to have an animated one. I'm trying to think what would be a Hydrus. I'm thinking this one right here. It's pretty cool. Oh, nice. That was a top crab crusher. Nice. Right. Let's go through the tunnel. Yeah, I think of this one. It's calling my name, but I do like this one as well, because greens is my favorite color, and this has a good amount of green in there, and I'm down for this. So I might just go with the classic Ragnarok one for this one. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with the classic Ragnarok. There we go. So this is what I was using for the Endless. When I was doing the when I was doing the 2004 Endless, this is my build right here. I had accuracy, assassin, ward, and then health and mana recovery, because I had the berserks on. So, accuracy, assassin for the maximum chance to apply the stasis, but I have to choose the blood pact right now. So this stuff must be somewhere else then. But for this, I would probably want HP for this. So they're in luck, I got the One Ring, which has the most HP. And then I'm just going to go with the Carl's Ring, just because I have a good quality Carl's Ring here. So I know what this one is, but I just don't know what these two are. I guess they're just like magic pieces here, maybe for more magic power. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know. It's so, I didn't really plan out this whole thing. I literally did all this in like an hour, 2 hours of prep time, which is like swapping over, like working on the summoner build for the Endless part, but not for the Hydrus part. So the Hydrus part's very important. So it's time to visit the good old castle and see what we got in here. So we need a head piece. We're going to go with the Rift Summoner is what it's going to be, because, yep, it's Summoner Packs. Retrieve. So we got the helmet part down pat. So that's good. Thumbs up. Now I need the armor. So if I sort by magic, it would bring me this. So technically I could use this, because I get the temporary all 1 and then pass it over. So this might actually be an option. I don't think the Rift one here is pack damage. I think it's different, right? It's summer protection. For these, unfortunately. I mean, the self-damage reduction plus 25 is nice if you're using the berserks in the meantime. So that's kind of like a cool little chest piece instead of a helmet. Yeah, because these are just Rift Rogues. Stuff, they don't have that. I think I just might go with the with them. Oh, it's all good. That's what I thought you meant. So there you go. We got that. That's for our chest. Now for our legs. Of course, we got this. What does this do? It just basically makes you immune to stun, and it has magic power. So, yeah, there's no temporary effects I'm gaining from this, so definitely not for that. Glad I didn't Demon Forge God Forge that. I guess I can technically go with the assassin boots. I guess wouldn't be too bad if in case I did have to take and try and stun him or something. Um, but I might just go with the pure magic. Just go full magic power and just go with these. They're already kind of tricked out already for it. Just for maximum magic power. I know it's going to kind of nuke my mana, but, you know, hey, that's the price you pay in order to become powerful. Or let's type in Rift. We're going to find the Rift Summoner one. Go by Magic. There we go. That one's already in there, so it's already meant to be. Let's see. Do I have anything with packed? Up with packed stuff? No, I don't have any. So all I have is that. So I'm just gonna go with mana recovery, I guess. The health and mana. Let's see. What do I have? Oh, my classic one. Yeah, this is fine. Temporary buff duration with mana recovery. That seems pretty good. Since this is going to drain away a lot of the mana right here. But this is going to give a little mana. But that also takes away some mana. So the mana struggle continues. This one does give a good amount of mana, though. So the Necromancer Staff coming in clutch. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to use. And we're going to see here my spells that I have right now. Oh, this is just straight aggro right here. No. Do I have a life pact? Nope, it's just straight up blood pact. Okay. Well, it's always this would always be changed, which I'm gonna do right now, which I'm gonna do life pact. Life pact 2. And we're just gonna probably rock with blood pact. We can do blood pact 3 right here. Just in case we need it, you know? Just the backup. All right, let's see how this goes. $129K. Oh my goodness. That's good. Okay. Just gonna chug a little potions right there. That's some pretty good healing right there. My goodness. All right, fully healed for that one. So we're just gonna flee right now. And go next. I'm just going to go with the big potion now with the panacea. The heal up here. And we're going to life pack a couple times. Maybe one more time. One more after that. Okay, so we're going to chug another panacea here. And life pact. We'll do one more. Because he's not in the 500s. So. Oh, so it does shackle the summons. Oh my goodness, I thought they wouldn't do that. So, you know what? We'll keep it on for a little while, but I think I definitely need to take and disable it. But it'd be crazy. I'm doing that much now with it. So that makes sense why I can't heal him over 440. So he is shackled. So that does answer my question that I had. Okay, okay, okay. I see you, game. I see you. All right, that one's good. Okay, so that was a quick little heal up right there. Pretty easy. All I have to do is like every like 100 or so floors, depending on how bad they get beat up. So it does vary. It's not going to be all that. All right. So we're getting close. All of them are. Well, this one's not over 100 yet. So let's get this one over 100. Come on. You can do it, man. Okay, so now I can ponder spam. All right, so we're going to go away, go to the bank over here. We're going to go deposit our stuff. And then we're going to take a little loggy out. Oh, this is the one. That one. That. So still did this much damage with shackles. I'm pretty impressed. Then if this is damage shackled. But I think it is pretty accurate to my ascension level at 11. So, it's not like I'm really losing a whole bunch. Might be losing a little bit. 2 diamonds. Let's go. 9 rubies, 9 emeralds, 9 sapphires. Empty that to the bank, and we're going to go this way. Let's see that, I guess, where the crab is going to teleport to next. No, it would have put me over there, so then I would have been trapped. I wouldn't have been near a bank. See, I wouldn't feel bad if I was right next to the bank, because I can just drop the gems, go to the bank, and you can pick them back up if I wanted to. Alright, so they choose over here. I see how it is. I'm going to roar. I'm going to attack you. Where are we at? 71%. Where's the HP percentage and stuff? Oh, I completely forgot about my crystal tree, and I'm already an hour behind, so if I plant one now, then I won't be able to plant one again till tomorrow, because unless I want to stay up till like 1 o'clock at night, which I can technically do because I don't have work tomorrow, but that's not always the best thing to do. It's just to stay up late. Okay. All right. So they're not collecting trash. You heard that, folks. uh, let's see. I need another buff. I have that. What's another one I can use? Forbid. There we go. I need to rearrange these a little bit, so I'm going to have to add some more extra spells in here, just because. Like this one right now. Don't really use Ponder that much, but I could. There we go. So we got Rada Pact. So that's good. Let's see what else. Went for the next one. I guess I'll just do Outwill. There we go. Now I kind of got a good one set up. Or just spam stun dart. But unfortunately, I can't catch infinite stun darts because I don't have enough mana regeneration. So I might change that. I might add some more mana regeneration to my gear. So, this is kind of like, trying to shackled is kind of difficult. Because, like, if I wasn't shackled, then I'd be able to have more mana to regenerate. Even if it's not a whole bunch more. But we need to get these going. Oh my goodness. All the mist? Well, like one. It was the chosen one. He was the victor. Not bad. 3 million for a regular one at 145. Usually I'm not getting like 3 millions into like the 200s. So it's definitely speeding up a lot with the extra XP. Ooh, nice. 10.6. Current highest of today. Not highest all, but it's time to pop a Panacea just because I'm out of mana. I can always just pop a super mana potion, but sometimes Panaceas are just nice. In case I had to do, in case I took a hit that did like 20,000 damage and I was at like, low health. I know most of the decks now would probably just kill me if they take me out. I'm pretty certain of it. So that's why I'm hoping that, I can get into a high floor where I can see these big XP numbers or just average a good amount of XP total between multiple endlesses throughout the hours. But we'll stop right here. Yeah, that's great. Starting off with the boost on a Berserk Ithra. 168 seems like a good idea to me. So that one's these two are pretty much prepared. So we got one more left. Nice. I'm just gonna, just stun dart, I guess. But how's everybody's day been so far? I've been having a pretty good day. Just been chilling. Made some shrimp stew earlier today, or like a shrimp and onion stew, kind of, where like cooked on onions, and then I just added the stock and made a flour added to it, and just I cut these onions on pretty fine, so they're not like raw onions, especially if I'm stewing it. Here we got some shrimp and then use some of the broth, add it to that. Why not put a whole bunch of pepper in it because I like spice. Oh yeah, you can have a picture of it. So here, let me take and show you the picture, real quick, because I took it on my phone. So luckily I have it here. There it is. It's not a dark roux that I have for it, but it tasted pretty good. Eat it with some rice. I like the method of rice where you boil the water, put the rice in, turn it on low, and then you just take and let it steam for the remainder of the time. You don't stir it or do anything. Send some. What if I could? Oh no. Right. You know what? I'm going to take a log out real quick after this crab because I forgot to log out there to give me the 10-minute warning. I'm not going to let them get me. They can't get me. I'm going to log myself out. I don't want to be fighting big crab and then it'll be like, which would probably would happen next one because that was 1 minute ago. And each crab takes about 10 minutes. So I've been logged out right before that crab would finish. So I'm going to log out now. You're not going to win, game. I see what you're trying to do, trying to ruin my XP gains. Where I'm at right now total. I'm at 108 million XP, 108.6 million. Let me just try to be responsible and just chug one of these. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Time to get a little throat lozenges to help out with the coughing. But yeah, I found this old recipe recently of like milk bread. So it's like instead of sugar, you use milk in order to take and feed it to the yeast. I think it's a little bit healthier that way than just using the sugar. But I didn't see on my recipe where I put the yeast at. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely know next week is going to be better than this week. But we're working on it one day at a time, you know? Uh, so this one's almost at 150. We're at 139, folks. Damn, Balor Warlock's already giving 100K. That's crazy. That's not until like around like the high 300s. So that scaling is crazy. So I'm so hype for this when I can get the full boosters on. We're gonna chug one of these. Then another one. All right, so we're all at 150. So we're gonna flee, get out of here, and now we're gonna take and go to the kingdom. Go to research. To the temples. I think we're pretty good in Florence. We can pop temples pretty much wherever we want. There we go. Immediately start researching again after you're done. Oh, I forgot to. Here, let me just do this right now. There we go. Fine, you got me. I logged out. Logging back in. Right back to attack. Oh, and I got my battle stats. I kind of don't want to miss that. I don't know. I haven't really feeling buying making battle staffs recently. I know you can. It's an option available to get your battle staffs, but we'll see. So that's popped. Now we're going to take and get, hopefully, a Shard of Wisdom or something from our free daily gift of the day. Let's see. Still got my Conqueror's Guild as well, so we're going to claim. Hide. I wish I was 191 or something else, but, well, thank you anyway, game. Thank you for the gift. Claim rewards. It is a Shrine of Luck, unfortunately. So, looks like you need to get a Wisdom. So, let me see. I'm going to take and get one from the Spelunking Guild, maybe? Yeah, I have enough for just one. So, perfect for this test. So, here we go. And then we're going to get the I'm curious, it's this one. Super EXP potion. I'm going to use one of these. And the last thing I'm going to use is the hollow candle. So there we go. Now officially all the buffs are popped. Start from the lowest one. And we're going to see the XP numbers drop. We are current XP that we're at right now before we start. So we get some accurate data here. Is 88.420. Let's go. Man, I can't plan that even better than that. That's funny. Now it's got the 420 in it. And my kingdom name is 420. So meant to be. Man, the right XP at the right time. Take a look at your XP, folks. See if you got a funny number or it's like how close it is. Don't have to check it all the time, but just every once in a while. See, so all right. So that's where we're starting at. So let's get on to it. Oh my goodness, almost 1 billion for a spider? Kelpie gave 5 billion already. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is going to be some crazy XP per hour right here, folks. Might need to take and set myself like a 20-minute. No, I'm not gonna go buy the battle staff. So I was like, maybe I'll go buy them, maybe I not, because I can always make money off of them. But I don't want to spend the money, then have to go make them. Right now, I just feel like just chilling, doing other stuff. I'm not focused on crafting. I already have like 13,000 green dragon hiding, and I've been killing Vorkath a lot. That's where I got my 97 HP at, actually. I forgot to say that earlier. So 97 HP. And look, we're already making good progress getting towards that 98. So this dude's trying to be the race to get to the second 99, and he's probably going to get it. But strength is on his tail, and I'm getting more strength XP per hour than I am getting, HP, to be fair. Like, I think I get like 3 or 4 times as much if I look on here on the XP chart right here, and I go and I just reset others, reset, and then we can just look at the numbers to see how much we get, how much I get per hour right now. Now this is just with lower attack. I have higher when I have a new buff of the dragon battle axe, but still give me some good XP per hour with 106 strength. $41 million for a realm shifter. Oh my goodness. 42 for a heretic. Oh my goodness. This is crazy XP gains. Just wait. This is kind of encouraged me to do more of the worm hunt dungeons, because if I had an ordinate, if I had two ordinates, Yelmagus monster tombs, then I would have been getting like an extra like 20% more, and then 25% on times two off of that, or the 20% century bonus on top of that percentage as well. And then I also have 2% XP for each amity because it's a legendary one. So it's 25% accessories with 2% XP with the jewels of growth and the weapons. So, we're just trying to crank out as much XP possible that we can get here. People are wondering like what boosters I'm using. So I'm using one legendary Yolmagas, which because it's better than an ornate's Arisen Monster Tome. So that's my second one is an ornate Arisen Monster Tome. It's like 122 and then it's like 119, I think. So it's like really close. And it's actually higher than the 88% of the Band of Gods. Even though people would say, no, run the Band of Gods, get more orns, get more gold. I'm just like, I'm not really worried about that. It's going to come naturally as I play the game. I just like getting the most XP. I like seeing the big XP numbers. Like when I get to my next, do like a big berserker. Like this would probably be great right here. Yeah, 14. It's been about 100 floors almost. The dragon's getting kind of low, so I might have to eventually go and get him healed up again. But we're gonna see. Doing great right now. I don't want to get too low because I don't want him to get sniped by a berserker on accident. But yeah, 93k melee XP and about 30k. So yeah, it's about 3 times more. Not 4 times, 3 times. So now we're going to take and get our full buff here. And I'm going to reset it again. And then we're going to see how much we get when I have the max strength, which is 114 at the moment. See, I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to flee it. So I think I'm just going to do that. It's kind of weird that I'm just going to play them in like 50 floors in a piece, but it's probably going to work. Not to try and rush anything. Wait, is this the same one? No, this one's a different one. So I never heal up this dragon then from this one. Oh, that's a bummer. So it'll be like 10, 20 turns. I don't want to get like under. I think 180k is the lowest I would automatic. I'm just trying to stretch it because it's only going to take like 4 or 5 turns. Take and heal him back up. Well, maybe I was onto something when I put that 30% summon stat Amity on when I was the Hydrus. Maybe I needed that. That'll give more stats because I was shackled. But I don't think their stats were changed. This one did. But everything else is this. All the other ones are the same. So that's weird. All right. Let's see. So we're almost at 200. And this is kind of where I want to stop at. Because he's getting kind of low, but I know we're not like super deep into the endless, but I want to be safe. Don't want to just rescue until he's like at like a 10,000 health. I'm like, oh, let me heal him up now. 52.9 for Berserk. Anubis, jeez. I'm looking forward to see what a Berserk Heretic, Realm Shifter, Beowulf, one of those is going to be. Gilgamesh. Those are going to be probably over 100. Here's just a regular Realm Shifter. 40. So that would have been like... so like 90, maybe? High 80s, 90? Alright, there we go. We got the 200 on that one. Go next. Wow. Okay, fine, cough. Be like that. Woo! Got it this time. Let's see. That's funny. 420. Yep. Oh, man. He's saying that my ascension levels and my player level don't add up to be 420. Oh, man. Is that intentional for me to get to, like, 100 and, what does that be, 170 ascension levels, and then just spend the 30 somewhere else? I don't know if it's worth to take away 30 ascension levels to do that. That's funny. We're gonna get a great potion here. So this guy Dragon was fully healed up. Nice. Well, good for this guy. Just get my health maxed up there. Alright, this Odin's going to be some good XP here. Almost 18 billion. My goodness. And this is going to be my new best XP per hour. It's going to be on Summoner. Big surprise. But you know what? As playing Summoner now, this is the second time. I kind of played with Summoner occasionally before I was going to become a Summoner, just testing out and stuff. Because you got to learn your enemy's weaknesses and stuff in the world of PvP sometimes. So yeah, sometimes playing as the class is a good way to think about it. But yeah, we should be able to get this one into like close to 300 then if it's at full health. We'll see how far this one can go. Because I'm just going to full send it with this one until we get to 300, I think. This is the goal. So the other ones can try. The ones that are dragons are up there. They can rise that way. Or technically should be able to beyond. But, higher floors, more difficulty. Still, I'm beyond amazed with the amount of XP that I'm getting. It's like almost like double or triple the floors now that would have been getting with just regular Band of Gods. The monster tome is real. You know, it's like, you know, it's like you're going on overdrive. You know, using everything you got. You know, channeling all your stats into it to get the most. But you know, as soon as you're out of energy, you know, or you get hit, you know, it's over. You know, game over. Go again. So I definitely think my friend's gonna get to 250 tonight, what they might actually be able to get per hour. Or I guess per 10 minutes, I guess I could say. Nice, 22 from that one. Oh, looks like it's wearing down pretty fast. I don't know if 300 is doable, but I'm sure it's possible. There's might be a lot lower health than what I think, but just double check. All right, yep, I got all the stuff. There you go. Average out to 106 over 100k, and about 35k XP per hour. So that's not too shabby for XP. I should say it's pretty good compared to the bursting. Mimic. See, are the other boosters? Oh, the other boosters fell. That's not good. It's been that long. The other ones faded away. Quick, quick, quick. Go, go. There you go. Those, I think the other ones are good, right? You had the candle and other stuff. All right. Phew. Man. Continue on. We're going to go this guy. Wow. For a million damage to that poor Spooter. Got overkilled there. This one I might stop around 2040 for the funny 420 numbers inside of it. 2040. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable stop here. Because the dragon is getting rather low health by that time has elapsed. I think this was the wrong one I was supposed to pick. I think I was picked the 2031 to go with that one or 300, but oh well. Ooh, wow, 31. Nice, Scorpion, give it over 1 billion now. This one's going to give a lot as well. Yep, 20.6. Ooh, almost 50 just for a regular Gilgamesh? Jeez. I'm so looking forward to seeing one of these Berserks, and I'm scared at the same time. Yeah, this dude was almost at 100k health, man. Yep, just that one was that was crazy. All right. Yeah, so I think it was this one, right? Yeah, this dragon is much healthier, so it was this one. So, oops, grabbed the wrong one, but that's okay. We're gonna go with this one, the 300. I believe we're gonna get at least as close to 200 as we can. See what RNG has in store for us for this Warlock adventure or Summoner adventure. I like to call it a Warlock. You're literally summoning minions to take and do your bidding. Excuse me. Uh, nice XP numbers, folks. Let's see, we're still doing pretty good at 2040s. So, keep on going. Just seeing these big XP numbers here. 48, nice. Almost everything gives over a billion now, except for some of the new event monsters. They don't give a lot. This guy definitely will, though. And this dude. Ooh, here we go. I asked for it, technically. 175.8 billion. This is my current ever highest, and I got it on floor 257. That's crazy. All right, take a screenshot right there, folks. I'll post that later on. People can see it now. Jeez, 175. Crazy on 257. Oh, wow, he actually got a turn and they attacked the dragon, not me. Yes. It's very scary battle gateways. That's why I always try and ponder them, question them. Like, why? Why are you attacking me and not someone else on my team? These very scary dragons are much more threatening than me. I'm just a little magic man. For the Final Fantasy area, I feel like this skin is for it. That's why I like this one. It's kind of like it's like you're a powerful wizard and you summon an army of magical dragons, or you're a warlock and you conjured them out of the evil people you defeated and stuff like that. Whatever it is. This game's so easy to where you can have like D&D lore to your character kind of thing. Like he grew up, he's like 25 years old. He's still a young mage, but he's got much promise. Ooh, this is a scary one right here, folks. Scary. The stun landed 172. Ooh, not higher than 174, so that's crazy though. That's crazy XP right there. Let's see. What about this Kelpie? Nice. 20, just casual 28 billion from it, 22 from Anubis. All right, please. Nope. Then defense want to get lower, but it did get a 70 scroll, so it paid for all the hard work. So let's see. We're at 270. almost 280s. Dude's at 197k health, so yeah, I think we might be able to potentially push it to 300. Nice 68.6k from the Berserk Anubis. That's a lot of XP to gain right there. Yeah, this might be a thing where like I'll just play Summoner for like XP events. Maybe they're trying to boost up, and they're like ORN events. I could play like Realm Shift or just whatever else I want during that one if I wasn't to actually farm Orns or do other types. Like I like doing different types of endless sometimes. I love Realm Shifter, but this is so much like it's not as bad as it used to be. Is the best way I can phrase it. Like back then in the beginning when you were doing Summoner Endless, it was a lot of work. There was not one Herculean labor. It felt like 2 or 3 Herculean labors you would have to do, like, 36 different things, so many things to consider. It's still a lot of work. Ooh, Berserk Gilgamesh. 175. New highest one, barely by a billion and change. Congratulations to my XP and my friend. Just alone in those Berserk monsters right there, I've gotten almost 1 trillion XP, which is crazy to think that I've gotten over 1 trillion so far. I think throughout these, since I used the boosters over the last like 10 to 20 minutes, however long it's been. I wasn't keeping track, but I can look at the things and see, how long it's been so far. It's been about, 26 minutes or so. So, but almost half. So, we'll see. And it's only going to go higher. The later on, towards the end, the numbers keep on going up because it's going to keep on climbing the higher floors. We're almost at floor 300. Then we're going to stop here. Dragon's doing okay. He's at okay health. Feel okay, pretty comfortable with standing here. Please at will. All right, good. It landed. Right, flee. So I think all these except for maybe the 201. Let me see what this one is. You know what? I'm just gonna go back to. We're gonna go back to Hydrus, back to using our dragons with life, because we care about them. We don't want them to die. We want them to stay around forever. Let me find the Amity, this one right here, so I can just get health. I don't really want to worry about the health and mana. I think that's good. Let's go to the lowest one first to help that one out. Indeed. Life pack. Life pack. Life pack. Alright, cool. I can get off more life packs now thanks to the same ATC. That's great. I'm still going to Panacea here because it is kind of low. I am going to take and do a little Blood Pack 2 here. Let's see what this will take away. So that did 2.5 million damage right there. Pretty nice. Okay, so I can use... if I know I can't kill it in one turn, I can use a Blood Pack 2, and then that should kill it if I don't die. Good to know. Alright, one more should be good, and I think I'm going to hit the road after that. Yeah, so we're going to flee for this one on 211, so it only took about 10 floors or 11 floors. Not too shabby to get everything situated with. Now we're going to go to the 241. Oh, no, I should have sun-darted there. Oh. Oh, that's right, because I don't have... Man, I should have swapped to the other class then for that one. Jeez, I messed up there. Because I was like, wait, why didn't I get a lot of XP? It's because I didn't have all the XP booster gear on this one. This one's just for magic, you know? Brother, chill. I will still use Ward of Ordnite here because I do have more reward here to help protect. Just a couple of thousand more, but you know, it gives me an extra turn that they can get a life pack off without having to use the Panacea. Now we use the Panacea. Come on. I choose you, Panacea. There we go. One or two more. Okay, maybe a third one. Maybe one more. Yeah, one more. Okay, now it's set. Now it took about 13 floors. A little more difficult, I think, for that one, maybe. Just because more health or something. So last is the 300. Oh, not bad. It's 79 mana. I'm getting 84. Oh, yeah, it's because it's missing mana. So it goes up as I'm losing more, which is nice. So wait a minute. Why is it going up? Because it's missing mana. The best kind. I think that's funny. He's not at full health, but he's not worth using another one on. I'm good. You all right? That one's all set. That only took a couple minutes right there. Oh no, they really did war making while doing Summoner Endless. Well, this isn't going to be great. I don't even know what I have on right now for that. Oh, this is so wonky. There we go. We can do something like that, at least. I'm not going to entertain the thought of looking at the war. I'm definitely not going to fight it as a summoner. We're going to go to the lowest one to 11. Nope, we're going to flee this one. We want to go and... No, yeah, this is the right one. This is the way. This is the way. I was double checking. I'm like, yep, alright, that's the Dark Mage. Yeah, we're good. Oh, that's a dangerous one right here. 124. Hello, Win Win Bin Bin. You're just in time to join the party for the XP train. We are using all the XP boosters right now, so I'm gonna toss you an invite to get some mad XP. There you go. Who knows? You might even get the 250 today. Gain those extra dungeon floors with the amount of XP that I'm getting from here with all these boosters going. I want to make sure they're still going. Alright, for now it looks like they're still going. I mean, you'll see. I've gotten over 175 billion XP from one kill. Not right now. I bought one from one of the guilds. But if I continue to go past an hour, which is definitely possible, because I'm trying to just heal up my dragons in between each one of them, I'll definitely appreciate it if I happen to go further than an hour, which I definitely could if I want to try and get a lot of XP today during XP events. There we go, 10 million strength XP. We are very stonk boy in RuneScape. I'm taking and using Realm Shift Berry Stonks. Using the power of the warlock, or the summoner, as people call it, in order to achieve much power for maxing out the XP gains here. A lot of these XP numbers I wouldn't see till much further in, but because I'm using so many multipliers during the XP event to help out, it's a lot. It's very risky though, because like if you die, you're gone, you know. But it was weird. I don't know if it's just for PvP or not. I saw that like I attacked the summoner, Grand Summoner Hydrus, and like they went to take and they didn't die. Their summons died, and they were left alive when they took a life threatening hit. Because I know that I did a whole bunch of damage to him with my attack. Um, so I'm like, maybe I should go Hydrus. So I might just go Hydrus for the later part and just do like a mix between like XP gear and knots, or like pack gear maybe. I don't know. We gotta to get creative with it, but I can definitely do it. Of course, I was one of the top crab crushers. Didn't think I filled this bag up by not being the best. I just need to add more spells here. So I need this. It was mainly just me explaining about the summoner and just like chilling, setting up the floors, learning about stuff about the class, even though I played it a couple times. Because I didn't really have a Grand Summoner Hydrus heal sets, and I had to like build it on the fly from my memory and what I remember doing in the past, because it wasn't on the gear when I swapped over, because it was some of the gear was inside the bank, and it doesn't tell you that the gear that you used in your old build is in the bank, uh, in your fortress bank. What I mean when I say bank, the one where you put your storage into your fortress to hold so much stuff, unimaginable amounts of stuff, that I have in there. That I try and leave in there so I don't have all of it in my bag, because it's going to have the red message show up and slow down my game experience, and I can't have that. Not when I'm doing endless. I need to be as fast as possible for the responses. So made sure I spent some time to clear out the inventory today, clear my catch. Probably clear it maybe after the hour's up or something, but I've been feeling pretty smooth right now. Not going to wood. Yeah, like I've literally played every class before, so I have all the gear in my bank, in my storage, man. I've collected a lot of gear over the years. You can't just be a one trick pony. There's a reason why I have every single Celestial Tower class, every single Celestial Tower weapon, all for the DD tier 9 classes unlocked to get the spells. Like, you have to be prepared for anything. If the meta shifts and it's like good to use magic for this event, then I'll become a mage, maybe, potentially. Or become a ninja mage, Maybe go over to the Corvus side, I got the Corvus gear. But you know that takes years of just like collecting stuff. The ninja mage, yes. I'll also just do this. Oh, we're definitely gonna standard that. 100%. Just do this. Just pay a little bit of attention. And just let the mana slow recover, I guess, and not have to worry about always just spamming it. Wish I had more, but maybe I'll change the adornments for the next. If I do another hour of it, I'll take and make some tweaks to the gear, and maybe take some suggestions once I show the gear after this hour's up. Oh no, he's gonna be turned into a frog. How could you turn my dragon into a frog, you bastard? Do you know who I am? That's gonna be adorable. Get stunned, please, please. All right, good. Good. If that guy was not stunned, we could have had some problems because the Linus assassins are slippery, folks. Sometimes hard to hit. That's why I use the power of the stun dart, man. It saves lives. I tell you, it saves lives. Using having the power to just cast thunderbolt on somebody, you know, to zap them a little bit, you know, to stun them. It's pretty neat, I'd say. You know. Even if just for a little bit, you know, just need that little second to strike or to get ahead of them. See, like he's a frog now. He can still attack, but he's a frog now. I'm going to take a picture of that because this is. There we go. See, I told you they turned my dragon into a frog. How could you? He said frog using dragon attacks. I don't know if you've ever seen a frog use dragon attacks, but mine does. I don't know about yours, but my frog uses dragon fire attacks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm running low on mana, so I definitely want to take and chill out a little bit on spamming the stun dart. Try to build up a little bit more than just having 200. It's not hard mode, so I can always just get more mana if I want to, but I'm lazy. Ooh, 80 billion right there. That's not a million. That's a B for billion. So like this is some stupid XP that I wouldn't normally expect until I was like much deeper into the endless, but because I'm using all the XP boosters right now and using the best XP stuff, I'm just gonna pop it right now. It's crazy. Like I can't wait to see the next Berserk big guy to see how much he's gonna give. In this one, if I don't have to go back to heal my dragon, he's getting kind of low. He's like almost under 100k, so I gotta do need to help the brother out. Yeah, you're right. You gotta help the frog. You know, this is a round number 320, so we're gonna take and just stop right here on this one. We're just go to another one. That's what I just hop between the three endlesses. So we're gonna go to the 253 and bring this one up into the 300s. So you can see. uh, that's funny. Literally, the person, my friend showed me a picture, said the guy that I'm fighting in the war has the exact same skin that I have. There we go, 174. It's not as much as 175, but that's what I'm talking about. That's what we're looking for right there. The big XP. Well, it's so funny because they're a heretic and I'm the summoner right now. So it's not, it's the skin that I'm using right now as a summoner. They have that one right now. So unless I go back and I become a ninja with, unless I become a themed magic ninja, if I put the skin on and it just doesn't sit right with me to be in Realm Shifter and use this skin. Especially when I have the other one, which is so much more ninja or samurai like, which I like. Ninja Samurai. Pass that on to the summons and just chill. Use a good amount of mana right there. Definitely for this one. Nice. We're already about, what is that? A third of the way, almost 40% of the way, I'd say, to 97 strength. Be crazy. Go have even more power. Well, if you got a Swan Song, a Gandering, or a Thin Blade as a two-handed weapon to use for AoE, you definitely can. Um, you can definitely do that. That's right. I was one of the top Grime Crushers. Without Dorado, yes, yes, you can do it as base. Base is very underrated. Base is very strong until you can unlock Corvus, which is stronger in dungeons than base and Dorado. Corvus is the best. Because you basically what I recommend is for your boots, you would use the Curse of Sekhmet boots that prevent you from healing and lower your health down without having to use the Berserk, which is fantastic. So you don't have to prioritize your gear around lowering your health. Just having that on and getting that spell is a great start until you get Corvus, because Corvus doesn't have recharge. So it just naturally will fall down on its health, even if you didn't use the Curse of Sekhmet. If it had got poisoned or you had Berserks running on it regularly. So it's like an evolution from base is Corvus. Dorado is like a fusion between warrior and thief. It's got different parts of each class built into it, so it's a lot different compared to Corvus. They're two different types of ninjas. Let's see, how much time left do I have? 11 minutes, 12 minutes left. Okay. So we're going to see how much I got in the hour. And then next hour is probably going to be a lot than this hour. If I do another one, I might take a break from that one, is what I'm thinking about doing, because I don't want to do 2 hours of endless back to back. Might go focus on some RuneScape stuff, or help answer some questions, or do some raids with people, something that's more chill and laid back than endless, because this is pretty chill right now, but it's a lot of work still. Like I helped out one of my friends with some Risen Morgans that I had left over from a trade that people gifted me. So I helped him take out a lot of them because he's a newer player, so it's hard for him to take out Risen Morgans. And like his kingdom that he's in isn't high enough in order to have them as a kingdom rate to battle, or else they would do that. So there, so I helped him work. Didn't get all of them, but I think I got like helped him like get like 75% of the way there, which is pretty good. Instead I needed 20, I think he needs like 6, which is maybe more than 75%, but or less, or but you know, from 20 to 6 is pretty good. Because with Realm Shifter, it used to be you had to be level 235, which you're going to be higher than that, you know, after today, especially. The unlock Blood Shift, which is the only way in the past in order to have your health lower whenever you crit. So some people would just initially use other skills that then crit to lower their health with Berserks on, and then only crit when they needed to. Because they knew it would recharge their health and their mana, or fill it up a certain percentage. But it also helped if you're like you had like curse or poison taking away your health, and you're running hard mode. You can out heal the damage from recharge. So classes that have recharge are able to take and run dungeons a lot faster. The ninja way is very, very vast and wide. Yes, it is. It is the way that requires lots of training, and patience, and faith in yourself, and willing to do reckless stuff. Sometimes, and just believing in the ninja way, that RNG that will be on your side with the mystic feather. Where are we at? We're in the 300s for this one. We have like 10 minutes left. No, 7 minutes left, even less. I recommend, if you have it, if you have the specializations from the PvP content or PvP theme content, Disciple of Finesse or Blades of Finesse is my best advice, because that gives you more turns to combine with the avidity. So in order to get that, you have to work on your Conquerors Guild, or you have to work on the Blades of Finesse Guild. Those are the two ways that they can get it. From the guild level rewards, you don't necessarily have to take and buy it from the shop. You just have to raise your guild level high enough in order to take and get it, but you also might get the currency sometimes before you get that level, at times, depending on what it is. But you have to have that level in order to take in get it for free. So if you don't want to spend orange to be lazy and get it, you can do that way. But I would recommend Berserker is like the next best thing. That's if you can't do Disciple of Finesse or Blades of Finesse, Berserkers or no, Raider. Because you can get Berserk 2 and Berserk 1 from a pet, an armor, or an item. So many, many different ways to get Berserk 1. 2 is mainly through the mushroom, but you can also get, if you want, the Berserker specialization, which gives you 1 and 2. But then you wouldn't have access to 3, which is better than those. Not combined, but in just single stats that you get from it. You can also go Assassin. Oracle, if you have some really good amities that have crit damage to increase your output of your damage, or have like another amity that works well with this, that you can use for combat, you know. Some people go Oracle for that reason, you know. Yeah, so you have to get the guild level then if you wanted to take in. But no, I don't think they moved it. I think I'd have to look at another account, one of my accounts that doesn't have it, or just show me a picture of the shop, I guess, and that there's no Blades of Finesse in the shop. They were to buy for the points. Because that's usually how they had it, or whenever I got it in the past, is you had to buy it in the shop. Oh, here we go, Berserk Realm Shifter. 231 million, the new highest right here. Crazy. Big wins right here. Crazy indeed. But that's so great to hear, Stormshaw, that to get 7,000 Cursed Ordinite to finally get to the legendary 69 Ascension levels. Very nice. Oh, that was so long ago. My friend's like, oh, you should just stay at 69 Ascension levels. Like, no, my journey must go further beyond the 69. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh, yep, and I died. Oh, I knew that. I knew that was. I heard the final boss music right there. Ah, oh well. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. I got about 3 to 4 minutes left, so we got to make the most of it out of the next two, the last two. So see what we finally get. We got to keep on going. We stop with one. We got to keep on moving forward. Don't get discouraged. Keep on fighting. Then I can regroup and retreat and build a different build maybe. But yeah, 71k was a lot of damage to take right there. So yeah, it didn't matter if I was full ward. Well, here we go. Berserk Beowulf out had the stats. Nice. Almost 200 billion right there. I just plan on staying invincible. Yeah, you can just build up a whole bunch of materials, you know, work on other classes, you know, build different gear. Like that's what people do. Like sometimes they'll set like multiple goals for different classes that they play because they recognize that you know everybody prioritizes different things. Some people may focus ascension levels over gear. You know, they'll go for more ascension levels and not really worry about upgrading their gear to the next best thing and just use like something that was like good a couple years ago because it was they already invested in. They don't want to say spend the materials. Because ascension levels is a slippery slope. You know, I should know, I would know. I mean, I went up the ladder 200 times. Good. The stun dart worked. I would know about the treadmill of the ascension levels. You're 250? Well, there you go. Congratulations. I told you when you would get the 250. Jeez. Yeah, I've had to do like about over a trillion. Now, I recommend you now lead the party because I don't want to take and split away the XP. Thank you. Or you're welcome, I should say. And thank you. It's like the weird. No, thank you. No, thank you. Got a dilemma. There you go. Another person. Like, I've lost count on how many people I've helped get the 250. Or, like, get them to 225 so that they can start their journey to 250 on their own. But just another one down, another one down. Another person got there. I mean, like, I wouldn't underestimate. Oh, no, not this again. Not this again. Whew. I should really get into the habit of just swapping to Hydrus and just blood pack killing it. Or at least chipping away at it with blood packed every time I see a Berserk Valor Gateway. Because those things are the worst. They're so tanky. I'm getting like, flashbacks. Oh my god. The last one that happened. But no, not again. Technically, if I wanted to do more in Endless, I would remove the Anguish Malice of the permanent status fade effects, and I can rebuff myself to get more power. So I might do that, I might consider doing that. I don't know if the shop changed because it's already tomorrow time, I think it is, for it, or the 0 UTC, so the Monument shop order set. But I don't think the Anguish shop does now until technically my next day. So I've already got people in the future that live, in Europe and Asia and Australia and New Zealand and stuff like that, able to take and tell me what's in the shop tomorrow, because I got a lot of gear to work on to raise the level up. Because like, if I can do this with higher Anguish, which I know I can, then I can go better. But I need to get higher level in my gear to get more stats from it in order to help out and to make it worth it. So I'm going to need to get more crucibles, so whenever it shows up. So you would look under the Anguish Guild, and you'd go to that guild shop, and you'd see what's in that shop and what it costs. So each material and each thing costs a different type of Anguish. So that is the main thing, is figuring out what Anguish it is for that day. Sometimes it repeats it, sometimes it changes it to something else. All right, well, that is all of that one. So we're going to stop here. We're going to see how much we got. Well, first off, I'm going to go to Realm Shifter and take care of this person real quick, because I'm definitely not doing it as a summoner. No, thank you. Yes, look, he already took me out, so I can't have him take me out again. I don't know who he thinks he is, but, I'm going to strike back. Pow! Pew, 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 pew. Ninja style. There we go. Making it now. So let's see. We're fighting against Sarkskos, our XX. SX. We've already struck some pretty serious blows already. Let's see. How's our other people? So far, 2 people have gotten taken out. So it's me and another person. Nobody else on them has attacked yet. And still fresh ones. They started about 30 minutes ago. We're taking the lead. All right, now time to see where we are for the XP. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I got over 3 trillion XP there, I believe. Over 3 trillion. And you can go back and look at the XP I had before. It was like 88. I was at 88, now 91. So yeah, that's fantastic. Thanks for the kebab, random NPC. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That now this guy should be 250 as well. If you are 250, he should be 250 as well. So for now, I'm going to take a remove non-mimic because technically he's sharing my XP as well. Um, and then I'm going to remove this guy. And then if I'm going to go again, I want to try and get the maximum XP, what I can get solo kind of thing. So that's what I would do. I might start another endless just to have a third one available, but that would take another 20 or 30 minutes of work to bring it back up to 300 itself if I wanted to take and do that. Because if I pop a shrine and again right here, and both of them at 300s, and each of them is 20 minutes each, let's say, then I still have 20 minutes left on the shrine, which isn't that bad because you've already used 2/3 of it already. But, I just like having the extra option. I don't always have to run the endless because I've already, the materials and the orange and stuff for swapping, I always make that back and more, of course, whenever I do that. So that's why I always profit. Not as much. But it's good to know. It's good to know. And that I can get a lot of XP if I wanted to by doing a lot of Summoner Endless. Like getting that 150 billion XP doesn't seem like it's that far away. Which I like. Let's see. I'm going to see who has the most people. I go with this guy right now. Put Phantom King there. Okay, cool. So yeah, I would go to my English building here, and then I'd go to the guild, and I'd go to guild shop, and then I'd scroll down, and I'd see down here what it is. So today, demon working tools cost torment, and I spent all the torment that I could to buy what I can. So that's how I was able to level up my gear and have some left over for other stuff. But I didn't want to push everything too high for the English if I didn't have the gear to help with the stats. So I don't want to just push up one item and then not push up the rest. Because it's like 4 pieces of gear. 4 pieces of gear. I think that I have to raise the English up. Yours is agony for demon working, and you're probably in like different part of the world further that way, I guess. I don't know, maybe that direction. Wherever the time zone, time travels or whatever like that. So yeah, then if it's agony, then I could buy a good amount tomorrow because I have almost 1,800 agony. I have a whole bunch of melancholy, so I really want it to be melancholy. Like, I'm so ready for it to be melancholy. Like, please, just come on, roll over to the red one, not the yellow one or the blue one or the purple one, the red one. That's what I want. So like I can be patient, but I was impatient here because, I'm mainly streaming on the weekends now, and it's the last day of the weekend. Even though technically I can stream tomorrow because I'm off, because I am going to be spending some time with my family tonight. After a stream and the stream around like 8:30, something like that. So they can do that. For maybe I might do like a Monday stream, a rare Monday stream because it's a holiday. For like the government buildings. So we're off. Yeah, I get it. I just like this is the last part of the XP event, so it's like technically it's another day. So that's the thing. We have 40 hours. um, I I could I mean, I have all the stuff. I have what is it? I have around the same essential levels I think in DDR. Let's see. Let me look at it real quick so we can see for this. Um, So you can see, let me go from the beginning to now. So Gilgamesh, 34. Heretic, 39. Realm Shifter, of course, 200. Beowulf, 35. Summoner, 35. Deity is 36. Got one more ascension level. And look, you see, I got all the tier of wards, all the different ones. The collection. I completed the collection. All the deities. All of them. They belong to me. I could do quick cast. It would definitely be like, these are like reasonable ascension levels, I think, for a lot of people that have been playing for like a year or so. If you're not like actively hunting for it, and you're just playing dungeons, doing some raids, farming the event monsters, send yourself like a couple ascension levels a month or something like that, slow progress. That's what I did. I set myself like smaller goals and I just build it up over time to this. Like, okay, I'm going to get, a couple, or I tracked how many ascension levels I got. But I was playing completely differently than what I'm playing now. Like, I'm not putting in a full-time amount of work to 2 games and work at the same time. Like, it's literally like, doable, but like the amount of work, like the strain on my body would do to do like 3 different things is just a lot. So I have to tone down one, you have to balance it out, That's why it's easier to play multiple games while streaming than while working, because it's different. Same but different. Some people stream as their job. Some people stream for fun. Some people stream to hang out with their friends. Everybody streams for a different reason. Where are we at? We're already over a third of the way to get to 97 strength, which is fantastic. Might not do strength for the whole day for RuneScape, but it sure is going to help out, of course, to hit more with the melee power. But I had a friend tell me that, like, to do some of the higher tier raids in this game, you have to have higher tier of, like, not just your combat stats, but other stats that are required, like herb lore, mining, thieving, maybe, fletching and stuff like that. I don't know, like crafting probably. I just remember naming like the first 3 that I went off with. But man. So what I said I was going to do is going to show you what gear I used for Summoner. And like where were the different loadouts and stuff that I used for it. Because I've already lost my defense, so it doesn't matter now. So I start off, so I'm probably, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare one more Endless, and then I'll take and even just chill, just to kind of show you how it's done. And then chill through it a little bit while I might be doing some salvaging on this one. Because I do want to get back to working towards sailing, because I want to get another level in sailing, because it's my sailing and fishing adventure right now that I'm going on. My fishing level is finally high enough where I can boost up to get to the higher tier fish in the game for at least one or two shoals before I have to take and chug another potion, which is fine with me because I spent a lot of time farming out all the materials and then just spending it not that much money to get the other materials to make the potions that are going to last me a long time. Hopefully get some more levels in fishing by training other things that's not deep sea, because it's not the best for fishing XP, but majority of the stuff that I have gotten so far was from doing deep sea fishing, so I can get a decent amount, luckily. It's just not a lot of XP per hour, which is like what people are looking forward to when they're trying to take and push, the higher goals and stuff. Because I'd love to be at like 91 fishing, and have 90s in all my skills right now. But that's a lot of work to get into the 90s, or for especially for like Slayer and the runecrafting, those two together, the reason why they're kind of put together because they both take a lot of time. Farming technically can if you're like just casually doing it, but if you have like a system or kind of rhythm like I have, that I'm kind of broke out of it because of because of sailing. Like I didn't stay on my tree rhythm, so my trees are out of rhythm unfortunately now. So it's like I don't know how big. I'll just have to take and just recalibrate and just deal with only claiming two of them today instead of or one of them today instead of claiming two of them. And just I'm just gonna plant the other one to where it's like I can just be around like I just whenever I wake up I'll get it. Don't need to take and like hurry and get it, and just chill and not be too worried about always getting the trees. Even though it has rewarded me claiming these crystal trees, in increments of 8 hours. Literally planning my sleep around that to where the 8 hours that I'm sleep is during the 8 hours of wait time, which I thought was, which I want to keep that in rhythm because I don't want to be like, oh, you have to take and, do it whenever. It's like, no, no, no. So it's probably going to be around like 11 o'clock. So it's going to go back to 7 is how I think like staying up to 11 is reasonable. It's not too late, I think, in my books because I usually wake up around like between 6 and 7 o'clock. Um, But there's some days where I stay up later, so that's why it's like I want to take and have it to not be to where it's like I would have to stay up super late. Or let's see, did I plant another one today? Or did I not? Let's see. Let me check the timer. So yeah, no, this one's done right now. So whenever I claim it, then I can just plant the next one. So I'm not worried about that. This one's kind of in rhythm. This lustrous tree kind of just used to stay in rhythm with it because it used to be 11:14 is when I would take in. It would all be like in 14. It would be 7:14, 3:14, 11:14. Those increments of somewhat 8. So it's doable, but that's all right. I've gotten plenty of crystal shards over the plenty more crystal seeds of plants. Not like I'm running out of plants or I have to do them all at the time. Like I'm trying to like tell myself it's like it's okay not to rush through things. Like we're so focused in life sometimes, which is just getting through things as fast as possible, like doing the most efficient step. Not like smelling the stopping to smell the roses or admire nature and stuff. Just immediately goal focus to the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal. No breaks, no rests. All gas, no brakes, kind of thing. And it just tires you out. If you can't maintain that kind of like some people can, they do it for like a job per se. They're just so driven towards what they're passionate about. They're able to put in these crazy amounts of hours and stuff. They probably really enjoy their off time, rest up and stuff to prepare for the next adventure for the next day. You kind of have to shape your life around it sometimes. Silly stuff. Let's see where I'm at right now. I can stop by at the bank over here. It's super close. and then go to the next crab, or maybe go do something else. Yeah, I think this is the sign to go do something else besides train strength. We already got a whole level today, which is great progress. Can always make more progress, get another level today, probably if I wanted to. Still got a decent amount of time left of the day to do it if I were to put in that time. But I like to take and try and spread out the skills and other things. But let's just deposit this stuff. Let me check this, see what I got. 5 sapphires, 1 emerald, and nothing else. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So let's see, what skills should I really work on? I should really work on RuneScape. RuneScape. Yeah, I should really work on the RuneScape skill. I think this is a great skill to work on. The rune crafting. There we go. So I know that Guardians of the Rift would be the best thing to do because it would give me the most currency points, or the only source of currency points, I should say, towards getting the special gear that gives you more yield, not necessarily more XP, but more yield of the amount of runes you make. And runes are so important because especially if you cast magic or want to teleport somewhere, most likely it's going to cost runes or gold to buy a tablet thing, teleport thing. So, all these runes have a different value, 100, it's a couple of cents, a little bit more, a lot more, a lot more, cheap, cheap, relatively mid price, and going up, cheap. So it's like, all different ones. Luckily, majority of these fancy runes here, I've actually made myself, where I bought some of these, but this one right here, I made myself. I've gotten this from a boss, which is nice. The raft runes are like the highest level runes in the game, I believe. Besides maybe some other special combination rune. But, I'm not at that level of rune crafting yet to have to deal with that stuff. But I know 77 is like the biggest milestone to get to. Because that's when you can start farming for this. Because each one is locked behind a certain level. Like this is like level 90s. So way far away. So I'm happy to be able to get this drop from a boss. Mainly Vorkath, the blue dragon. He dropped some of the other ones too. Like the death ones, the chaos, and to help out restocking those. So monsters help me keep in track. Which is nice. Or the boss. Took him out a couple times today. Show that I still got it. Work on the kills, and that's how I got to my 97 HP that I gained today. So happy with that, but I wanted to focus on something. Part of me really wants to get the farming the 96 faster, so I can do some farming contract stuff, which is nice, and that's usually pretty quick, like 5-10 minutes right there, so pretty easy. But I also want to work on Hunter. Not really Hunter, but I want it to be higher level so I can get the better level stuff from the higher Hunter. Like I just need to get another 6 more levels, I think. Yeah, and then I can use a super hunting potion and then get the 92 and then be able to hunt the Moonlight Antelope to get the highest healing food in the game. Like that's my whole reason, is like to get within as close as the 92 as I could possibly get. Until I just naturally get up there during maybe if I did a whole day of hunter rumor hunting, where you're just hunting for different things that the hunter masters give you this order, say, hey, go get this rare piece of thing from this type of creature. So you have to go around, travel on the map, find the creature, hunt it, and then you get a special item that it drops. And then that's how you know the mission is complete. You can still hunt more of it if you want to, but you normally turn it back in to get a reward. Sack of goodies, and then just gives them XP as well, which is great. So like 4,800 now, and I think it scales up, so soon it'll be like 5,000. So it just adds up. I've done over 100 of them so far, so I'm happy with that. A lot of it was just through birdhouse runs before that. And I don't really do any birdhouse runs anymore, even though they're super fast and easy. I'm just like, no, I just don't want to be that wired in, connected to the game, where it's I'm more like a rhythm of every hour I need to take and Go do this, go do that. Every hour, go do this, go do that. Like, no, I kind of just want to play my own way rather than just like getting in a certain rhythm of that. Like the tree rhythm is easy because it's 8 hours. 8 hours is pretty easy to break that up. Of cooldown between you have to dig and attack it again. I guess I'm gonna go to the altar. I think I'm gonna go to this special altar and go make some of the combination runes. So it's funny that I think I'll use water runes now as payments. I think what I'll do because I have 82,000. Yeah, like I know what the benefits of being in what a routine would be, but it's like I'm kind of not looking for like any like immediate benefits. I'm just trying to take and enjoy the game rather than provide a structure. Even though I've developed a lot of structures and stuff. Like right now, another thing I want to do, which I might do because I want to do AFK stuff mainly while I'm doing this, is I might just go cook some more sharks because I really enjoy cooking the sharks. I can now cook them right next to the bank and the Myths Guild, so I might just go do that and get to the 97 cooking. So I can take and use the drink and have max cooking for the best chance of not to burn my food because I love cooking. As I explained earlier today in the stream, I made some stew. I'm probably gonna have some more stew after this. Some shrimp stew, and this is the photo of it right here. So for people that came in late and can't see, very simple with like flour and water with like onions as sauteed them down. And then just added some shrimp, the shrimp stock to it, some seasoning and stuff. No other vegetables really. I could have added more if we had more, but it was pretty simple, pretty plain, Got the job done. It was great because I got to cook with my dad too, so we did it together. So that was nice. Even though I did like majority of the first half, and I was like, "Here you go, you can take care of it from here." And I went to go play video games. Like I chopped up the onions, cooked the shrimp, sauteed it all together, like did all the hard work. I'm like, "Here you go," and I started to make the stirring the flour into the hot stew part forming, and then get it started. I'm like, "Here you go, you can take care of the rest of here." There you go. I did my part. Yeah, I did the hard part. You can do the easy part, which is like sitting here and stirring it and stuff. But yeah, so first things first is I'm gonna go with the. I'm gonna change my gear here that I need to that I want to change out. So I'm gonna take out HP from the gear. So I'm gonna go with the Miguel Magus gear. So here I put mainly HP in here for more HP to be able to heal for more. Now I'd particularly put in my helmet as well, but I'm going to take it out of the Mimic helmet because there's no extra stats. These are just like flat that you gain. I don't want to have more mana regeneration, and these are the lower quality ones anyway, so it's not going to be as bad because I literally ran out of the ornate ones. I think I could probably get more if I went into my storage, or I have in like another 5 or 6 other pieces of gear where I have a whole bunch of good HP adornments. So we're going to see if I have any of the mountainous acorns, which are the special adornments that drop from the Astera boss that drops from the moon drop. Not here. We go to the item storage, go to adornments, and then I'm going to type in, there we go, mountain. Something tells me it might have more in my inventory, so let me just go into this building here, and we're gonna check the adornments for the mimic. Yeah, so I already have one. So I have an ornate one right here, so easy peasy. So a little bit more mana, and one more, more mana, and then this one's pretty much like these are the next best thing. So I'm gonna put in this one right here. So that's going to hopefully give me like 30-ish mana. If 2 of them gave me 19, this would hopefully give me like 36 or almost 50. So I'd be getting more mana back per turn, so I'm not going to be out. I might try and put one more in there so I get more than 50. So I think taking out one of the adornments. Now, the big question is to see which one has the least amount of HP. And that's going to be the loser. So I'm going to take out the adornment from that one. So we're going to go with the yell. And we're going to see who is the winner. This one has 15. Look, that one's got all perfect ones in there. So that one's... But if it's got less, then I might reconsider and moving it to someone else. So let me go to the armor now. What is next? So it has to be the last one because they're about the same roughly. So I guess unfortunately it's going to have to be the boots. The boots are the ones that are going to have to be the ones that get the mana in it. Where is it at? Just type in yell. Yep. These one he has the worst one. So yeah, the 185 is going to leave because it's not a 190. So it's not even in the 90th percent. The one, the 90s. So easy peasy, easy decision. There we go. Remove 1 HP. And then we're going to put one more acorn in there, and then that should solve the mana problems there, which is fantastic. Put this other perfect one, or perfect legendary, I should say, in there. So that solved that part of it. Yeah, I did put a lot of them here. This did give me more mana as well, which is helpful. So I'm probably not going to change that because that would disrupt the total mana if I took out those adornments. I might actually try and put better ones in the leagues. Let's just see what they have right now because I'm pretty sure if they're not all ornate, then I can put better ornates in them. Sky. Let me look at your stats real quick. Oh, they don't show them. Oh, these are all... Oh, my goodness. They're all famed? Ew. I'm actually just going to get the better one then, and I'm just going to work on that one because it's going to be more reward because I know one of them's like a high, lower, and the one's a high. So we're just going to go here and type in sky. This one is 39%. That one is 28%. It's kind of hard to tell between the two. Let me see. Let me check the defense. 1400. These are a broken pair, so there's a reason why. These have a lot lower defense. They're broken. Okay. So then I chose the right one, and they just had the bad adornments in it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we can get some more mana that way and some health. Good. I'll make up for it. No, not... I'm just going to destroy these. I'm not even going to remove them. They're not even worth my time to spend the gold to get them. Just straight. Get out of here. Because legendaries and even lower nates will do so much better. Because better is a word. All right, so we're going to go with ward. So see, I got these fancy ones right here. These are the perfect ones. These line of 36s right here, they're all perfect. And I'm going to put them in this piece of gear right now, is to give it even more stats than what the other ones were before. So more mana, more HP, more attack, more defense, more resistance, more, not more ward. I wish more, but same ward. But the more HP and the mana is going to help out, because that's going to mean that it's going to help make up for the a little bit for the lacking of the extra jewel. Or maybe I can put that one back in and then just see if I get enough mana with the extra increase from here. That's what I might do. That may be the way. Let's see. Because I could take out these and I could put more mana in here to make it easy. And I can technically upgrade this as well, because this is just technically level 1 right now. This is just my throw it together. I should have had this upgrading when I upgraded the summoner gear, because what I did is I got him to level 5 by using a Galar hammer and a Murkheim hammer within an hour. And then towards the end of that hour, I just use like the last 5 or 10 minutes of the double hammer hour. I decided to use the R anvils to get them from level 5 to 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10, which are event items you can only get if you were to participate during the mummies one. I forgot the name of the event already. With the Sekhmet and Pita and Neith and the Great Sphinx, the Pyramid event. Lost HP from there as well. So it's an overall HP loss. Of course with these as well, not helping out. Plus the shackles definitely made things harder. Let me see, where's my ascension levels at with the shackles right now according to this? 31, so it's roughly about majority. I'm only losing 4 ascension levels here. I think I have a better questing staff that I've been working on, so I'm missing out on potentially 2% ward right there. Because this is a lower tier one, you can see from the 20 to 22. That's Demon Forged. But then if I go to my buff gear, so let me just save this again. So this is the maximum XP power. Don't forget it. So this is what I start out with. I want to get my Divine Bastion, so I have a big ward tanky build right here, where I have all my best ward gear, which is some of my best gear that I have right now. And then I just use Ward of Knight and then Divine Bastion. And then once I have Divine Bastion up, then I go over to my summon stat gear. So all this gear, these 3 pieces of gear right here, and the 4th one, only 2 of the pieces of gear here had the English. It was the chest and the boots. The boots were at 10, so I raised it up 1 to 11. But the chest was already at 12, so I am purposely wait, that doesn't even make sense why I would put one over here. I had to put it in the other boots. Man, that gummy did some serious work, because I don't use that for the Regia part of the build. Oh man, it was the Fallen Sky. I had to remove one of the jewels of creation for it. Okay, I get it. I need all the HP I can get over here for the starting phase. So I'm glad that I saw the mistake that I was about to cause for myself. Not intentionally, but it's always good to be mindful. We're just going to see if that works then. We're not going to change the Jewel's Creation out to see if that can just give some more overall mana. So going back to the build, there we go. This would be as Benefactor for the extra summon stats. The Rift Locks to help summon out faster and help out a little bit with ward. It's important to have this, the Arisen Charon Staff, because this gives you 30% to your summon stats, and then every point in English you get gives you an additional 3%. So I currently have like 32 or 33% on top of that because I'm running it at English 11. And then the gear gives summon stats as well, so having the English levels helps with the gear as well, I believe. Let me just double check by looking at one. So I go to the head, and I go to the yell. So yeah, you can see right here, plus 33% right here. So the reason why these gear is important because it gives you summon stats, gives you the AI for it. It has the chance to disperse your buffs to other summons. So if you have enough percent, then it's guaranteed, which is so much better than not having to be guaranteed or really close to with the other gear that they had that was outdated. So that's why this gear is so good. And that's why I spent, 2 hammers and a couple of our anvils and a lot of materials. Not necessarily low on, but, to help out. This is a heretic one. Then we have the warrior one. Then the little thief one. So now I have all of them. This one's technically legendary, I believe, unfortunately, for the cow. But I got ornate for the rest. But, so after this, after I summon them, then I go to the buff transfer, which is this, where I use the quarterstaff that has another disperse status effects. The source is Trust Me, Bro. You can go look it up yourself if you want. Then after that one, then I go to this, where I use this to help transfer this. This is the old type of gear that you still need. Before they had the Yelmagas, they used this gear for the buff transfer. Where this kind of works differently for the stance transfer. So this is extra damage from the Astera stance. So I named that Astera, so I can just type in Astera. But yeah, that is pretty much the general breakdown. Like the spells are going to be, I'll show you the spells and stuff. So I'm going to try and do a walkthrough and see how it goes. We're going to go from Oracle over to Cataphract just so we can be safer starting out. Or tankier, I should say, into my journey to take and get my summons out. So I'm going to go here. And then we're going to go with actually some summons that started out. So we're going to go with the Fae. Where is it at? Summon. Must have passed it up. Oh, let's see. Summon cockatrice. There we go. There's no Fae. So that's, and we're going to do the Fae Kelpie. So we're going to save this to this. And the one I'm going to do is actually my menu gauntlet, the one in the menu. So I have my Concords off, so it's going to have the maximum cooldown for it. So I go here, and go like this, and then just be safe. All right. So there we go. That is the first stage of it done. So now I'm going to flee. I got my Divine Bastion off. So now I'm going to go to this one. But before I do this one, this is where you have to make the crucial pivot point. It's okay. It's cool because when they're cursed and they're a little frog, their ward is deactivated, so you can hit them straight, which is great. It's like a special debuff that it applies. So the Fae Kelpie summon, I think, is a good. It's not always required for the tech, especially if you're fighting a raid that doesn't have ward or that doesn't use ward to fight it. You don't really need it, or a boss and stuff. But it's a good way to try and cut their people's ward. What is it? Nope. It is the Why can't I remember the name of the thing? You can. The Ofen banner. There we go. The Ofen banner. You can do it as Beowulf too if you have the fake Kelpie one as well. So, Ofen stands. Flee. Now I go over to the summon stat one. So this is where I'm going to be going over the benefactor now. So I'm going to go from Cataphract. Go to benefactor. So it does cost a good amount of orange to do this, but you will make it back, especially if you're using Band of Gods and, you know, Court Justice outfits and stuff like that to get your orange back. So now I got my full summon stat gear on right here. I should probably do this. Let me go here. Oh yeah, that's right. Everything is meant to where it's supposed to be at. Yep. Now this is the risky part, where I'm trying to summon out more summons. Well, I have weaker summons that are helping me out. So we need instant cast. We did not. I'm so in danger, so I'm going to flee here. I'm in risk of dying, so I'm going to swap back over to this, the buff phase part 1, and I'm just going to recover my ward and hide behind my ward because he's going to recover a lot of it. And I'm just going to regroup and use a Panacea and Ward of Ward Knight. See? See, now they're a frog. So it's kind of dangerous to take and fight this one to take and get it. This one's even riskier to do it on here, but it can be petrified, which is good. So I have to risk it here to try and get something. So that was even worse. That was even worse. They're like, oh, how about a Realm Shifter instead? I'm like, no. Wait. We can talk about it. Let me just go back to fighting. The Kung Fu fighting over here. It is kind of crazy. Let me just go back to mining. Let me just go back to the comfort zone. I can't do anything else while I'm trying to do this anyway. So we're going to take and just go back to working on being strong boys and girls. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stun dart. I summon immediate ancient dragon. They got petrified, so that's fantastic. And nice, we got 2 summons thanks to the great work of the cockatrice being able to take and petrify. So this one here, I'm going to have to sacrifice the cockatrice now in order to summon another dragon. Instant cast thanks to the Reflux. I'm going to stun this one because this one's dangerous because they're not all buffed up yet. Going to Char and pack the Kelpie. And now I need one more. Nope, not a non-instant cast. Retry again. Nope. No! That was definitely not what to do. Don't do that. Oh, this is so dangerous. Wow, and it went for the full 4-turn cast. This is also dangerous too. Shoot. Is it a cast? Nope. All right, cool. We just need one more. All right, we got all 5 of them. Phew, we did it. Ooh, now we can start making them stronger. This is the good part right here. This is where we made it past the hardest part. All right. So now we change from this over to this one now. This is where we go from here to here. Using all the Yomagasteer together to fuse their powers to help us. We have the Arc Gadget and Archgizzard. They'll try not to have any defense, magic, attack, resistance down to be applied to my dragons. So I don't need to get it, so it doesn't transfer it onto them. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure my spells are here that I want to give them, which is these spells for the most part. And then I'm going to swap over to Raider now, and I'm going to give them Berserk 3. Because you can do that. To make them even more powerful. Alright. So... first things first, we're going to give them Berserk. Then we're going to give them Magic. Then let's give them more Magic. And then some more Magic, of course. And then we're going to give them some Defense. And then even more defense and resistance. And then we give them another Berserk from the mushroom. Now I run away, so we have to go to the Berserker specialization to get level 1 to cast as a spell. So, the amount of swapping you have to do is a lot here, but it's definitely worth it. Sources, trust me, bro. I've done this before. You've seen how much XP I'm able to get in an hour, so I know what I'm talking about. We go here. Go with the Berserk. Number 1, we already got number 2 from the mushroom. We could have got number 1 and 2 from there, but I'm impatient and I didn't want to take and spend a whole 2 turns to cast it. Rather just use the mushroom. Because when you cast it yourself, you take the damage as well from the Berserks at that turn. So there you go. Now they all got all of the Berserks. They're all Berserked out. Now we go with the stance. The next best, most powerful thing. Actually, no. I changed that. We're actually going to go with the axe to regenerate some ward. And we're going to get our Dragon Alignment book. And then we just need this. And this, because we're done with casting those buffs, to be a little more tankier now. And now we're going to take and get the... and not going to be this anymore. We're going to go to... back to the Cataphract, just to be extra tankier and more ward regeneration. And now we're just going to take and get the dragon alignments. Let's see, did they all get it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonderful. Wonderful. Perfect. This is so much faster than before because not all of them would get it. So you had to swap the fire alignments and then back to the dragon, and back to the fire, back to the dragon to try and get all of them to have it. A mix between them now, they just all get it. It's just so nice. All right. And that's like the quick, simple way to take and prepare your endless in like a fraction of the time that would have needed to be done before. Now you just, go. Now I go to Oracle now, and I just put on my gear, and then I just start printing XP or orange or whatever, taking names. We go maximum XP power. No, we don't need. Actually, we probably will just use the shrine next because I don't think I'll be going further after the hour. Win bin bin. I'm pretty sure my friend is there, but I don't know how much. Let me just look at the XP chart real quick to take and see for myself. I'm pretty sure he got enough. I'm pretty sure my dude got enough. If not, I can always help him out another day to get him to 250. A resupply coming in. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're just going to see how much we get just right off the bat. Thank you, sir, for the Shrine of Wisdom. Win, bin, bin. Thank you. All right, let's see how all of our new additions are going to be paying off with this and this. $42. Well, that's pretty good. I'll take 42. 42 is not 50. I know if I put in one more, it'd be over 50. So I wanted to be as close to 50 as possible. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, so pretty much all I'm going to do now is just sip on small mana potions until the berserks fade away with the permanent buff fade chance. Already one of them's gone away, so that's good. Like, I'm only going to use Stun Dart if I need to, but these floors are super easy, so it's just like faster just to have one finger on the corner of the tablet to click the mana potion, and then the other one just to click continue, and we just start mowing them down. All right, mind my rocks. Thank you very much. Only thing I need to worry about is when my dragon gets too low health, I have to go heal him up. That's literally the only thing I have to worry about right now for the first couple hundred floors. Or if I get any triple Dex up 3 or temporary magic 2, I just pass it on to my summons with the pack. So this is like the Beowulf kind of style endless because of the berserks. Nice 37 million right there for a berserk early on. Pretty good, helping out with the XP. So remember, we're at 91 when we started. Let me go back so people can see where we're at right now, just after a couple floors. We're at 91.2 or 3, I think. 91. They were 91 points. Yeah, I think it was 5, probably. Yeah, 91.5. So, in theory, we should be able to get to 95, maybe even 96 or 97 million from this 1 hour, depending on how fast we are. The other two are already prepared in the 300s, so they're like way ahead. So that's why I'm just going to just rush this one up as high as I can. If I die, I die. Just go next, kind of thing. Waiting for the berserks to fade off. Pew pew pew, go faster. Going speed racer style. Because I was like, oh my god, look at the time. I don't really have that much longer to play. As much as I'd like to play longer, I gotta go help out my family and go eat some more soup. This is pretty. Besides Quick Cat's Ultima from Deity or Heretic, is like the only other way that's like quick, where you don't have to think, just have to click the button. It's as fast as you can click the button for some of these classes. Like for me, I went pretty high with Roach Shooter yesterday. I went pretty fast because I was using the special spell, but I like plateaued a lot later or quicker than I thought by just only using that spell, which led to my demise in the 600s. But we'll see if I can get higher than 600 here. We'll see. That's gonna be some stupid XP if I do. Like super silly. That's just stupid. Because like the Berserk in the mid 300s is giving over 200 billion XP. So every 50 or so floors, the ramping goes up every floor, but like that's every 25 to 50 floors you could really see the increase if you could kill the different enemy. It may not be a big increase, but still an increase in the percentage you gain. Not bad, not bad, Heretic. Oh, wow. 2 of them missed. That's not good. I was at the Healed the Dragon. We're getting pretty close to being under 100k HP. Alright, I think that's good. 135 is a good number to stop. I'm going to activate the Karmic Retribution because I didn't have it running because I'm using Jackals. So I do have the chance for proofs to drop. So let's go to the Hydrus. Let's see, is there anything I want to do differently with this class? I could have done the adornments, but I'm good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Besides that, heal up the dragons. Nice, we're down to 1 berserk. Another one faded away, so that's good. Alright, we're going to flee. I'm going to go back over to this one. Go here. Oh, there's a triple dex right there. So we're going to use the Rada Pack to give it to the dragons because they can use it more than I can. That's why I wore the chest piece so I can have the chance to give that buff. And it's going to stay on the dragon if it doesn't cast a turn. It's not going to fade away. There's no like decay chance if it doesn't attack. So it's just going to stay there. Ooh, a Berserk Heretic. Let's go. 98 billion. I'm going to use one of these just to be safe. I'd be too low health because I did die once because I ran out of health. I was just spamming and I saw Berserk sticking me down. I'm like, and I saw defeat. I'm like, what happened? Like, oh, I know what I did. Just laughed. Oh no, I did the same thing over again. No, I did what I said I shouldn't have done. No. Oh well, at least I got the 150, which is still going to be some good XP. At least I know these don't have berserks to worry about at all. Oh no, it's the frog. No, we gotta save the frog. Gotta save the frog. We go to the other one. We have to save the frog. Oh, it's so nice. So nice to not have the losing too much mana. So I do like this. Because you feel like I have more control over it now rather than be like, oh no, I have to dig and wait. Of course, I was one of the top crab crushers. I think I wasn't. All right, good. I could have potentially gotten hit by that if I didn't land that. So I should just go straight there for every single one now. I think. Just really don't worry about like banking on that. Just going straight and blood packing it. Dragon's healthy enough to take a blood pack too. It only does like 60k damage to his health. Takes us 60k of his health. Yep, we're gonna do it right now. They're like, "Oh, are you sure you're gonna do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, 100%. You think I won't do it? I'm not. I don't want to die again. You're gonna go down." We're gonna actually go as an assassin instead of a chronomancer. There you go. Get wrecked. Get out of here. You know, the dragons were doing such a great job. We're definitely going to blood pact here, I think. It's not even going to risk it. I know it's not as much XP if I would have done on the summoner, but not risking it. No, just don't want to risk it dying. Oh, hey there, Mr. WR. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go save the other one. It's stuck at 321 right now. We have to save the frog. No, he's back on a dragon. He's no longer a frog. No. No. Oh, so I'm only healing for 46. I thought I was here for more than that, but that's fine. All right, there we go. They have been saved, all the above. I was like working on the lower one to make it stronger, so we're going to go back to the 322. keep on going. All right. Oh, here's a big one right here. 228. My goodness. I think that's the newest highest. There we go. We need more like those. Big XP gains. Let's see. I really want to see what the 400s look like for a Berserk in the 400s. That's like the next goal because we're already on the edge. We're almost halfway through 300s. We're not quite past it, so that's still a big goal to get 350, then 375, then 400, and so forth. Ooh, so lucky right there. Stundart and Blight coming in clutch. I have to realize some of these are immediate, like, blood packed situations here. Like this one. This one's an immediate blood pact situation because this thing's very scary. My dragons are not going to finish on one turn unless the first dragon immediately puts dragon a blight on it, and then the other ones hit like 300, 400k each. So nope, not even gonna take and nope, it's not that one. It'd be this one. Yep, so we're just going to go with the little blood packy pack real quick. Had that temporary magic up 2 to make it 3.6. And then I'm going to just pass it over to my buddies. Let's swap back over. So that was well done right there. Well done, if I do say so myself. With the rider pack right now. Yep, that magic up 2 coming in clutch. Nice, nice. Ooh. Wow. Such good XP. Yes, attacking my dragons. Ooh, wow, almost 100 billion from that berserk. Nice. Nice, nice. Power the dragons. Unite. This one is a blood pact right here. Right, one blood pact it missed. That's not good. All right, well, looks like they can finish it off, so I'm going to flee here and go back on the big guy. Glad that it missed, or, it was blighted and it couldn't move. Ooh, that one's a close one. Nice, got the triple decks up. Pass it on to the guys, to the summons. All right, I think I'm going to take a stop here, get the other one to 400s, or until that one gets low on the summon health, and then Swabby Swab, heal him up. Oh no, I had the temporary magic up too, and I let it fade away. No. We're in the 400s. Easy peasy here. It's to do Beowulf Hydrus or to do Heretic or Realm Shifter or Deity and do like AoE farming towers. With two-handed weapons is the fastest way. May not be the best or most optimal for some people because it does require you to have a gear. Or certain weapons mainly. We're training in the gear section. And then I think Bayway is slow curing, but it's also safe. This method that I'm saying is a lot more riskier because you're depending on the Blades of Finesse or the Disciple of Finesse parting remarks in order to help you out. So that's why it's important to really get that because that unlocks a lot more stuff without needing to have the best gear at times. If you can take in work with that. I wouldn't view it as sad, win win bin. I would use it as an opportunity to take and work towards that goal. This event is where you can take and fight Yilmagas to get a lot of this gear that I'm using right now, or that I use in my dungeons and stuff with the weapons. So even though towers may be slow, if this is the best and safest way that you have to do towers, then do the towers. You need to farm dungeons to get the dragon heads in order to make the keys, or use the event key currency in order to take and buy the keys in order to go battle it. I don't recommend doing hard mode towers. They're not worth it for new players. It's better to do 10 normal towers than one hard mode tower that costs the same amount of keys. I've already gotten a lot of this stuff, so I just go for the hard mode to try and get the slight increased chance at getting better rewards, and I've been not happy with the results, because it's just RNG. Sometimes you get good RNG, and sometimes you get bad RNG, and sometimes I get a lot of bad RNG when it comes to that. Oh no, that was a blood pact angle right there. But no, apparently the summons had it. The summons had it in the bag. They said, "No, we got this. Believe in us." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna believe in you here." only 26.8. Wow. I'm so glad that Chimera did not crit me when it attacked. Or else I may have died there. But I survived. I regenerate a whole 245 ward each turn thanks to the English part on the chess piece, I believe. That's 2% of my ward regenerated per turn. So I'll get it back over time slowly because I don't have that much ward. It's actually gonna be pretty fast. You can see it go up slowly. So I got a good RNG roll on that. Oh no, I forgot the magic and to transfer it over. No. Oh no. Phew, if it was a berserk, I probably would have swapped, but I'm just so in the mind numbed attitude is just so chill just to do this. Just spamming the stun dart. Simple as that. Or the outwheel. Oh, that's wow, over 100 billion just for a common one. So that's going to be like close to 300 now. Nice. Kraken's going to be a nice number right here. Yep, almost 35 billion for a Kraken. That was just a common one. A Berserk one probably would have been over 100 billion. Come on, please. All right, we got it. So this should be unite. Yep. Dragon's getting kind of low, 150s health right now. We're almost at 500. I think we have to get the 500 here and then stop. And then go heal up both of the people. Almost there, folks. Ooh, nice one to lead us into 500, this Berserk Ifrit. Alright, let me flee. Now we're going to go back over to the Hydrus. Woo! Actually, you know what? Actually, Magi might be the best. Wait a minute. Nope, nope, nope. I need to swap right over to this to catch this big XP drop from this Berserk one. Nope, nope, nope. I got it this time. I didn't take and mess it up. All right. I'm coming back. Gonna stun you. 280. Gosh damn. God damn. Oh my goodness, man. They're just not letting me go. They're like, yeah, you get a couple of heals, and then you got to go back to work. I'm like, all right, fine, fine, fine. Each heal's like, 30-ish, or like 20-ish turns, something like that, in the 20s that you get from it. So it's, pretty worthwhile trade. I believe in my team to take this out. All right, I'm going to flee, and I'm going to heal up on this one. Up, up, up. No, 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 no. Definitely need that on here. That's the good, good, good XP right here. Stun dart. And we're gonna outwill. 27, 227. Jeez, beats. That is so good. All right, so that's fine for this one. So that one's been rescued. To battle we go once again. Heal up my dragons. I demand thee. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We gotta go back over to the other one. Nice. We're going to get it. 334. That is the new highest, folks. Jeez, 334.8 billion XP. Over 1/3 of a trillion right there. For reference. How much time do I have left on the buffs right now? I have 15 minutes left. So yeah, we might have to just keep on pushing through and just, if they die, they die. Just so we can get, you know, into the 600s, because I really wanted to see if I can surpass the Realm Shifter and get into the 600s. But I do want to take and heal up my guy. Not this one. Almost there. Oh no, I didn't want to do a blood pack. No, I meant to do a life pack. Gosh darn it. At least I made up for it over these 2 life packs for what the blood pack cost. Oh boy. Another Berserk Gilgamesh. Let's go. 13 minutes left.
Well, it's at 72.
Oh, the beekeeper. Okay, okay. We're definitely going to take a little bit of time. Only takes a little bit of time for this. It's super quick. There we go. And back to action. Yep. Already got stunned. That's huge. It's going to put him in defensive mode. Excellent. I'm going to chug an X health potion to re-heal my health. 33,337. My goodness. Jeez, 103 just for a regular one. An outwill, trying to reduce his resistance. That's going to do the job. Stun dart that, or try to stun dart it. Yeah, so if I can get close to 600, I can probably get into the 400 trillion, 400 billion for total XP. That's crazy. Ooh. This is a blood pack angle right here, 100%. Yeah, Magi seems like it's the best option here because it's I'm gonna get the most magic power without having to change my staffs, which is nice. 3.4. Jeez, get wrecked. Oh yeah, I got that triple magic up for that 57. Let's go. So just proof that magic increase does affect the healing, I guess. What a blood pack, this guy. He's kind of dangerous. Oh, that's not good. Let's try it again. Oh my goodness, I missed again. You know what? I'm just going to life pack to feel bad for these guys. Jeez, I missed 2 blood packs. Whew, man. What's up, Pickle? I am doing some endless. I'm sure you may have noticed your XP changed. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Wow. So that's what happens. Oh, brain, please. Brain, please. My brain is hurting right now. What I have to do in this scenario. Uh, mm, I had to quick cast a fake cockatrice for the chance of it to take and be attacked by that guy, not me. Or I can stun dart, then fake cockatrice. Yeah, that's why I kicked you from the party because I knew you're already 250. Because I did over 3 trillion XP in 1 hour, thanks to going summoner and going full XP mode like I am right now. So I'm just trying not to die right here. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna go the last 8 minutes for the other one. Um, we're just gonna go here, and I'm just not gonna deal about that because I have to go soon and do some stuff. But I might be down later on in the night potentially because I still want to eat some food for dinner, and then I have to go, and not have to, but I'm going to go help out my family for a little bit. So I'm just finishing up the second hour that I took. I took like a little tiny break, and then I just did another hour. So this is the second hour of it. So I'm looking to see high XP numbers for this hour. This would be greater. Definitely looks greater for the Morgans. Uh, to help you out with the rest of the Morgans. I know you said you had 2 of them at your house, so we can work on that. And then you just need a couple more after that. That's always a good idea. Been watching anime, always a good idea. Next 2 days, I'm only off for 1 day. You got 2 days, man. Lucky you, lucky guy, lucky guy. Wait, that's what I was saying. At first, I thought the person before you was Pickle was you, but it was someone else. They're like, go, don't come back. Yeah, you work too much. Go home. Pretty much is what they said. Yeah, his name was Meat Carrier, so I thought it was you because it had the meat in the role. So I know your character had meat. So I was like, oh, okay. Apparently you do. Or somebody that likes the similar design style that you do for your name. But yeah, it's like this Sunday, like I said, like I shared, like I just helped out answer some questions for some people, help another person get the 250 as well. Mr. One of the now reoccurring long time ish viewer, Mr. Win Win Bin Bin. They're a Beowulf right now, but they're going to be swapping to the way of the ninja because I've shown them the way of the ninja is powerful. I was telling them, hey, this is the event now. If you can, fight the towers. Get the Yelmagus gear. That's what I'm using right now. A lot of the gear to help me get where I am right now for this summer endless is the Yelmagus gear. It's really good gear. Even if you're like a new player, but only been 250 for a couple months. What's the question? It stays. That is your personal tower if you can build one. If you have a tower core, that is your personal tower that you can build. So permanently, yep, you can build 5, one of each. So 5 towers. You get 2 cores for free from the tower level. How you got your first one. So you get 2 of them. So then you only need to build 3 of them, and you can turn them into the event towers, the ones that you build. So they go from 10 floor, which is the base one when you build it, up to the 20 floor for the Yamagas tower. You can do them every day. Yep. Building your own towers is great. It's cheap. It just costs a lot to upgrade them, but you don't need to upgrade them up front. You can just use them for like event towers and stuff because that's now a thing. Is event towers is now a common thing that they're adding. They're making well aware of in the game. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be a big one right here if we get this. Oh my goodness, he missed. 302 billion. Let's go helping pad out the stats for the end. Yep. I'm going full XP gear, full ham. All gas, no brakes here. If I die, I die. So after the hour's up, I'm going to see how much XP I got for the hour to compare it. See how much I got? I recommend since you're a summoner, you would do Eos because you need the Eos adornments from it. But you can build any tower because event towers don't really care. Some of them are good if you have those. So it's always good just to build all of them, if you can. If you have the tower shards, to build one of each. But make sure that you buy your tower class first, or your tower weapon, or your first big purchase, before you take and spend your tower shards to buy more cores or to buy plates. Would be my advice. That's good. That's good. All right, you made it to the 500s. That's good. That's right. Full throttle, full power. Not this time, Fallen Leviathan. Not this time. Oh my, another berserk. $355. Oh my goodness. A new personal best, I think, right there. Oh my goodness. Right towards the end. Right towards the end. Jeez. How much time left do we have? Oh, it's time's up. Well, that's good. We made it pretty far. All right, folks. Let's see how much XP did I get. I'll actually let y'all guess first before I check. Y'all think it's A, 2 trillion, B, 4 trillion, C, 6 trillion. Whichever one's the closest is gonna be the winner. Whichever the number is closer to. I will let you take a guess. A is 2, B is 4, C is 6. B, 4 trillion says gun height. Okay. Okay. Well, get a little bit for people to take and decide. All right. Mr. Pickle's going to say C for 6 trillion. Okay. I think y'all are the main two. So I'm just, if people go now, then they're going to see. So let's see. What do we get total? Oh my goodness gracious. It was C, 6 trillion. We got over what we needed. Oh my God. Oh, holy bajolies. I'm in the 100 trillion mark. Let's go. Well, that's great. You win, McPickle. We went from 93 to 102, 93.5. So we got like over 9 trillion XP in that 1 hour. 9 trillion XP. That is ridiculous to think. I knew it was going to be higher than the 3 trillion because I started these, from 150 and moved forward. So they progressed a lot further for these than the other one that I died on. Another 2 technically. So, or it may be more now because I wasn't sharing it with somebody else. Because I was technically sharing it with both of y'all actually. For the other one. So y'all were both in the same party. getting the XP share from it. But it still was enough, you know, to get the job done, which is great. So that means I must have did roughly around this much, or you know, a little bit less maybe total, and then it was split between everyone else. But yeah, I may be doing a stream tomorrow because I'm off. So I'm not confirming it because I'm still, you know, my voice is kind of off and I'm still feel like I'm congested, or, you know, not sick, but just feel congested. It's it's frustrating to say it nicely, but you know, I still feel okay and I'm still, you know, doing what I want to do. So I will see y'all maybe tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.